So last week's video I talked a little bit about my middle school experience. This week I'm going to tell a story about one of the many events that started a chain reaction of wedgies, swirlies, and etc. Now, a lot of you guys have already heard this story, but I'm gonna tell it again, just because this was kind of an important event that took place in my life. So, so if you haven't watched the last video, I kind of explained how when I got back from my overseas trip, I wasn't used to being around normal people, public schoolers, and this kind of ties in with that, I think. So I'm sitting in math class. It's fourth period, I think, and I get up to use the restroom. I go to the restroom, and I walk in, and there are these three guys just kind of huddled near the stalls, kind of. And I'm at the urinal doing, and I can hear behind me they're talking about something, and I'm just kind of sitting there. And once I'm done, I wash my hands and I turn around and I see these guys. One of them, this huge leather trench coat. Like, I'm not even joking you. Like, stereotypical looking, like, drug dealer. Not even joking you. This long black leather trench coat. He pulls out of this little pocket this, like, silver test tube. And he, like, this big, he unscrews the cap and there's, like, foam pads in there. And they each foam pad has, like, a pill in it. And they're, like, they pop out, like, 2 or 3 pills. And they pass them around. And then, like, they're giving each other money and they're, like, trading or buying or something is going on. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't need to be a part of this. So I walk out of the stall, and right as I'm walking out, I'm like, hold on. So I was thinking, well, should I turn these guys in? Should I tell the principal? What if... And half of me was going, no, Ethan, don't do it. The other half was going, yes, do it. Yeah, it wasn't good at all. What happened is I decided it would be a good idea to go back in there, find out what they were kind of doing, seeing what the deal was, and taking a picture of what was going on. I snuck back in there, and I was like, hey, so what's going on? They're like, piss off, man. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back off. So I back off, I pull out my phone, and I'm like, now for a split second, in my mind I'm going, yes! I'm gonna turn these guys in, it's gonna be great, they're gonna be like, Ethan, you're awesome. But then I forgot I had my flash on. No. These three guys, were chasing me all the way through these hallways. This was the 6th grade hallways. And then in the middle, these were the 7th grade hallways, and these were the 8th grade hallways. Unfortunately, it was in the middle of class, so, like, there were no people in the hallway, no places to hide, nothing. I couldn't, like, Assassin's Creed my way into the crowd. There was no crowd. I was running down these hallways to the very end of the school. Thankfully, I made it. I burst in those doors. I'm like, here's your picture. This is what happened. And I sat down for like 20 minutes with the principal, and I kind of gave my story and what happened. And so yeah, 7th period rolls around, and a squad car is at the front of the school, and by the end of the day, these 3 individuals are in handcuffs, and one of them is sent off to juvenile halls for 6 months, and the other 2 are in ALC for the rest of the year. Now, at the time, I was feeling pretty good about myself. But word got around that it was me. From that day forth, I got this big target right on my face. Wanted posters in the hallway. Wanted, Ethan Greenberg, dead or alive. It was not cool. In retrospect, it was all really my fault. I didn't really understand the do's and don'ts at the time and what happens to snitches. So that's where it all kind of started. My really, really bad middle school experience. This story was completely true. Like, I didn't make any of this up. Like, it was all legit. And, I really got a bad reputation from that day forth. There's a lot more stories where this one came from about my middle school experience. And I plan on telling a few of them throughout these videos, this series of videos. Next week, I plan on filming a little bit at the tutorial, just to kind of show you guys what that's like. And, I think a lot, homeschoolers kind of have like a bad reputation right now. And, hopefully you'll get to meet a few of my friends from the tutorial. And, yeah, so I'm done talking right now. And I will see you right back here next week. Thank you for watching.